What's up guys, Eric here, back with another action figure review. This time I'm going to be checking out the Marvel Select Cable figure by Diamond Select Toys. So let's quickly take a look at the packaging. It's got your standard Marvel Select packaging here. You can see, obviously, window box. You can see the figure inside with the accessories. It says Cable on the side there. It's got the cool artwork of Cable on the side. And on the back, it's got the description of Cable and then another image showcasing the figure. There you have it guys, a quick look at the package. Now let's open up this figure and check it out. Alright guys, so here's Cable opened up out of the packaging, and this figure looks amazing. With the base that he comes with and all these accessories that he comes with, this is probably going to be one of my top favorite figures of this year already. So let's just get into it and take a closer look. Alright, so zooming in, you can check out this really cool head sculpt for this character. It's definitely a nice representation of Cable. He's got the scowl on his face. He's got the glowing left eye and the scar there on his right eye. The paint job on the eye is really good as well. Kind of looks like Ron Perlman. Kind of weird. The hair is sculpted very nicely. The paint's got a dry brush going across it. This is definitely a great representation of the original Rob Liefeld 90s Cable when he created the character. As you can see by the shoulder pads that he has that he wore back in the 90s. And this is just really, really awesome. I mean, this is the Cable that I grew up with. This is the Cable that everyone knows. And this just looks sick. There's all the detail. With the X logo there, the shoulder pads themselves, the grenades there for the grenade launchers, the buckles on the back. Everything kind of looks worn and dirty. I mean, this thing just looks really nice, really 90s. See more of the grenades there. You got more stuff here all across the belt, different colors. Just everything just looks really nice. The paint job has been done really well on this figure. Going over to the back here, you can see a sheathed knife here that actually comes out. So you can use that, and that's a really nice looking knife. Nice paint job on that too. You got the silver paint with a little bit of a dry brush there with the black handle. Then you come down to the back, you got the blue pants with the dry brush going across that. Kind of gives it more of a dirty look. Of course, he has the thigh holsters there for his guns. Of course, these guns do come out. This is another nice looking weapon. It's a silver dry brush across the whole thing. Very futuristic looking, so that's cool. That pops right there in the holster. Coming around to this side, it's got a smaller gun, and inside this holster is a smaller holster. And then the gun, if I can get it, pops out. And you can see another nice paint job for this smaller gun. You can see the detail in the arms. Just a nice paint job there. Really not too much paint shading on the arms, but you didn't really need it on here. The gloves look really nice. Again, another nice dry brush going across there. His hands are sculpted so that he holds onto the weapons very well. This side, of course, he has the metal arm or the virus going on there. So that looks really cool as well. You can actually see it going off over into the side of his chest and over onto his back. And then there's actually more pouches and stuff going on even underneath the arm there. And then you go down to the bottom of the legs and you see these nice cool looking boots. Just nice paint job all around, even more pouches there. You can see a nice paint job even on that. And you get the feet. Alright, so let's check out some of the articulation. So his head's on a ball joint, obviously. The movement is hindered a lot by the shoulder pads, and the shoulder pads are just solid. It's a solid piece, so it kind of goes a little bit left and right, kind of not really up and down, so it's kind of just stationary. Then his arms are also on ball joints. They go up this far, which is actually not bad because it's not hindered too badly by the shoulder pads. There is no bicep swivel. There's a single joint at the elbows, and then he swivels here at the wrist. And there's no hinges at the wrist. He has a waist swivel. There's no ab crunch or anything, again, because of all the detail for the shoulder pads and for the armor. That there's really no way to get it to move. I mean, they could have, I guess, done a more rubberized piece and had all the articulation underneath. but the whole torso is just one sculpted piece. The legs are on these standard joints that they usually have for these Marvel Select figures, so it goes out pretty far. But again, as you always know with these, that I've always had a problem with, is that the more you move it, as you can see inside there, it could break. So just hold on to this part right here when you want to open it and close it, just to be safe. He does have thigh cuts at both sides. He's got double jointed knees, which is cool. His wrists go around, they rotate around, go up and down, and they do have the ankle pivot, which is very nice. Marvel Select is doing a great job with adding that and a lot more articulation to most of their figures. I mean, unfortunately with this one, it doesn't have the ab crunch, but we do get all this awesome sculpted detail, so that, in my opinion, makes up for it. Alright, so starting with the accessories, I'm going to start off with the base here. You can see the helmet, the cape, and the armor belongs to Cable's enemy and clone Strife. Again, this has some nice details, some of the brickwork here, you can see the nice shading there, going across there. Nice silver paint there on the helmet. The cape here is all torn up and it's got a nice dry brush going across it, same with the rocks and everything. So it's just a nice solid piece, another awesome and cool display stand from Marvel Select. Alright, now let's get into this weapons. You got this big ass gun here. It's more of a hollow plastic. But it does have a pretty decent paint job on it. It's silver, again, and it's got a dry brush. It's got a little bit less of a dry brush than most of the weapons that he does come with. But it's got a nice sculpted detail on it. You got this one as well, which is pretty cool. Like, again, very futuristic. This one even looks almost like the ones from the X-Men cartoon. And I already showed off this one. He comes with two of these, which is pretty cool. One to go in either each holster, or you can obviously, you saw the smaller gun in the other holster. And then I showed the knife already, and I showed this smaller gun. But here is the smaller holster that the gun comes in. So this one even has some detail, paint detail in it as well. And again, that just slides right in there, and then it goes into the holster. Okay, so that's my review of this awesome figure. In my opinion, I would definitely recommend picking this up, especially if you're a fan of the original Cable. It does lack obviously in articulation because of the armor that he has, but it does make up for with all the awesome sculpting and detail that you do get on the armor. And he does have some decent articulation in most other places, so you can still get some pretty good poses with them and do some pretty cool ACVA with them. The accessories alone are pretty awesome. That one gun right there is almost the same size as the character, and you get the cool display base as well. So all in all, this figure is definitely worth picking up, and I highly recommend it. So with that being said, hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys next time.